top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Nippert Stadium, one of the grand old cathedrals in the sport, and home to the Cincinnati Bearcats. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a crew looking to make a statement. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Cincinnati Bearcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Bearcats will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up for his football team.
He smashes his way through again. He's loose. He's at the 10. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Bearcats offense has the ball for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a man on the left. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And, man, this guy's showing you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, he's got headed to the end zone. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Kinsey. Caught over the middle, it's Simmons. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. There's the pressure. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Shoots it to the left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but it's a fake. And after that, best thing you can do, catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves.
And they'll fake it again. The heat was turning it on. And they roll the dice, and it ain't snake eyes. They pick up the 1st down. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now on the counter. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Cruz. Got his man to the left. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. What a first quarter for this offense. A chance to score again on 1st and goal. Still on his feet. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. First play of the drive wants to throw. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Bearcats now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. It's caught downfield. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. The give to the tailback. Finding open areas. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Rushes on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
It's good.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Past the first down marker and still running. Breaks into the open. The 20. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Back to pass, it's Kinsey. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They'll give it to Johnson. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. This has been exactly the... You draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give from the gun. Plows through the defense. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Fires to the big fella. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. In the red area, it's McLaughlin. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. Running through contact. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
That's why, as a defense, you have to gang tackle this guy. You've got to bring multiple bodies to the party because he's just way too strong of a runner. It's too hard to tackle this guy one-on-one, David.
And how about the running back, man? That's a grown man. Like, you could tell, once he gets his feet moving, he is hard to bring down, breaking tackles, making plays. This is a guy that doesn't need a great offensive line because he continues to make plays even when they're not there to be made.
And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Power football with the run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. They're working that left side. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The last 2 plays have not gone as scripted. It's 3rd and 19. Grabbed in the backfield. It's coming. There he goes. He stopped short of the sticks. They tried to pick it up with a screen, but they'll be facing a 4th down. The Bearcats send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got him downfield. Turns it on in midfield. Turns it on down the left side. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. To the air, it's Kinsey. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Oh, what a cut! He almost broke that one. They finally get him stopped, but let's see if he had a little help. There's a penalty marker down.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Number 31, on to punt it away.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
Just about set to get this second half underway. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Takes a hand. It's covered. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking downfield, it's Kinsey. Here comes the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
The Bearcats will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the Bearcats will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll get it up. The 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. They'll try the counter. Fighting off the defender. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. From the gun, the ground game. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he puts through the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's look at what's going on. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's just
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. It's a country fumble, meaning there's a lot of open space, and that's what you do with it. Scoop it up and score with it. Touchdown.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you. They knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping 2 hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. To the air, it's Kinsey. Makes the grab. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Bearcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Bringing the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They want to run this quarterback. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Use the play fake, now to throw. On target to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run play action. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing.
He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. He's not afraid to go deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Dances away. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And that is one the quarterback is going to wish he had back. Receiver wide open, and he just threw it way too far out in front of him. He's never gotten into a rhythm, guys. This is one of the more talented guys in the entire country, and he's way under 50% completions in this game.
Yeah, and you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Lights off the defender. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Stroud. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And you don't see that often where you're running a screen and you're featuring the running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense.
Going for the goal line.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So they started that drive barely into opponent's territory and went 48 yards. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the run, it's coming. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bearcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To throw, it's Kinsey. Under fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this 2nd half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. To the house. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Bearcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Here's a hit. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Bearcats will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. He'll pull it down. First down and more. Turning it on. And it's a touchdown.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, when you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Jones wants to throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the page for this big down. The Bearcats will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. And the Bearcats will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets it away from his own end zone. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to buy time. Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in for a touchdown. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Virginia. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Bunch formation for these receivers. Leaves it with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Jones to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to take off. At the 40, there he goes. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Line gets set, 1st down. Off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Got his man downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Snap in the shotgun. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Line out trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to... And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more... Brings into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Jones wants to throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to find the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to...
And the quarterback goes down at the third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Jones to throw. Heaves it deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Great place to start for this offense.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down. Going for it all. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Called the fake. He's going to throw it. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Pocket breaking down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Let's see what they do on third down. Jones wants to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now the play fake. Stepping to the right. He'll take another shot here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's full. But they're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on down. They'll try the run. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. It'll be 3rd and long. Jones to throw. That's caught. It's Anderson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. The Bearcats looking to convert on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the offense, 29 seconds left on the clock. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Skips away from pressure. Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. The give to the lone running back. Hard running there.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that...
Lets it fly. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. They stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.